Hi everybody, so there is a really cool mod in the workshop for DayZ PC at the moment called but I've got to wait a little bit before I say the name, otherwise the video might get demonetized. But you can see what the name is. It's a motorbike and sidecar mod that works very, very well. Unfortunately, the instructions that are included aren't that comprehensive, and the XMLs that are included aren't that comprehensive either. So, as is my wont, I have created a little readme.txt on my GitHub repository that breaks down how to install this mod onto your PC community server for Chernarus or Livonia, and it includes excerpts for events.xml and types.xml and spawnable types XML and CFG events spawnable types XML, and you'll end up with these wonderful sidecars and motorbikes spawning in. But not only that, they're also complete as well. So they've got the spark plug-in, they've got the headlight bulb, they've got the battery and all the wheels on, and they've got a tin of fuel in the back. So all you need to do is take the fuel out, fuel it up, and there you're ready to go. So these things spawn in on several places around Chernarus, as you can see here, and also I've done them for Livonia. Now, if you're familiar with installing mods on your PC server, shouldn't be too difficult at all. All you need to do is go to the link in the description below this video, and you'll see the link to the code, and you can download the zip, or you can just read through the readme.txt that has all the instructions basically. But what you'll want to do is you want to make sure that you are, here we go, where is it? You're subscribed on the Steam Workshop to CF, Survivor Animations, the Bastard Framework, and the Bastard_IZH. Fire up your DayZ launcher so it downloads the mod, and then if you go into the readme, I've included the instructions on how to install the mod anyway, but also these are the XML snippets that will make it work. So here is an XML snippet that you will insert into your events.xml in your DB folder on the missions folder for your server. Same for Chernarus and Livonia. And then here is the types edition as well that you can add. And here is the spawnable type. So this is the bit that makes sure that the bikes spawn in with all the bits on them. Now, you may want to change this so that if you don't want the bikes to spawn with all the bits on them, just change the chances to like 0.2 or something like that and stuff, and that they won't do it. And then finally, you have the CFG event spawn snippets, and these are the locations. Now, what I've done for the purposes of this exercise, there's the same number of events as there is locations for them to spawn. So when you fire up your server with the mod on and it working, initially there will be a motorbike every single one of these locations on Chernarus and on Livonia if you install it on that. If you don't want that to be the case, reduce the number of events or increase the number of potential spawn points. You can use iSurvive to grab the coordinates, and that will stop them spawning kind of everywhere at these particular points. Obviously, as soon as someone takes one of the bikes from one of these points, one of them isn't going to spawn in again because there's not more bikes spawning than there is spawn points. But I wanted to do it like that so that if you were, for example, testing the mod or wanted to let your players have a go with it, you can see, look, this is where they are, and they could find them nice and easy, and then they could ride them about. So those of you that are familiar with the modding process, go over to the GitHub repository, have a look at the readme, just read through it and use the XML snippets, and you'll be okay. If you're not familiar with installing mods, this might not be the best one to start off with, but saying that, it is fairly simple. The critical thing is that this mod does have dependencies, so you've got to make sure you've installed the CF mod and the Survivor Animations mod and the Bastards Framework mod with it as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to subscribe to all of those in Steam. You're going to open up your DayZ launcher. When you open up your DayZ launcher, it downloads the mods to your local PC. Then you can use your FTP program to upload the mods from inside your workshop folder, which will be somewhere like Program Files, Steam Apps Come on DayZ Workshop. Upload them to your remote server, and then you'll want to go through each of the mods you've uploaded and look in the keys folder for each of the mods you've uploaded and load the key that's within the mod folder to inside the keys folder on your server, like so. And then once that's done, you'll want to make sure you go into your settings, and you'll want to make sure in the additional mods section, if you're running a Nitrado server, that you've got all the mods there. So CF, Zombie Admin Tools if you're using it, Bastard Framework, Survivor Animations, and Bastard _IZH. Save that, and then what you'll probably want to do is go into the file browser, and then you'll want to go into the DayZ standalone, and then you want to go down into the MP missions, and then you want to go into Chernarus if it's a Chernarus server, or Enoch if it's a Livonia server, and then you'll find the various files. So you've got CFG event spawn, so that's where you put the CFG event spawn XML snippets, and then you'll have CFG spawnable types, which is down there. So you want to put the CFG spawnable types, that XML snippet in there, and then you can, if you go into the DB directory, this is where you'll find the events.xml and the types.xml, and that's where you put the relevant XML snippets in there. Now I do realise I've gone over that a little bit fast, but there's plenty of other video tutorials I've done on how to install more basic mods on DayZ, but that kind of gives you an idea. And once you've done that, save everything, restart it, and then you should see the things start to spawn in, the motorbikes start to spawn in. So there we go. Hopefully you find this useful. Hopefully you find those XML snippets useful. And as I say, they'll spawn in motorbikes and sidecars in several locations around Chernarus and Livonia, and the motorbikes and sidecars are full and ready to ride. You just need to take the fuel out, go around to the front. Ooh, if I can look at it, refuel it, and then you'll be able to jump on and ride away, and you'll be like Easy Rider riding across the roads of Chernarus and Livonia. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hope you found that useful. If you have it, like, if you want to see more, the same, press subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.